You might think communication is just about talking, just words spilling out, nothing more. But here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. How you speak determines if you lead or if you get left behind. It's not your skills, your knowledge, or even your looks. It's your ability to command respect with your voice, your words, your presence. Because if you talk like a loser, guess what? People will treat you like one. And worse, they'll walk all over you without even realizing it. The difference between a leader and a loser? It's not luck. It's not chance. It's not even talent. It's mastering the silent power behind communication, the power that shapes perceptions, influences minds, and controls outcomes. Leaders don't just talk. They control the narrative. They bend reality to their will, and they leave no doubt who's in charge. Now, you may be thinking, that sounds like manipulation. And you're right. It is manipulation, but here's the catch. Everyone manipulates. The weak ones do it clumsily and get crushed. The smart ones do it so smoothly you don't even realize it's happening. If you want to win in life, whether it's in business, relationships, or anywhere, you must master this art. Because without it, you're a puppet, a victim, a loser waiting for someone else to pull your strings. But this isn't about being fake. This is about hacking human psychology, understanding exactly what triggers respect, fear, and obedience. And using those triggers with precision, it's about knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, so that your words hit deeper than a punch. It's the secret weapon of every top CEO, every ruthless politician, every unstoppable influencer. They talk like leaders, and that's why they dominate. In this video, I'm going to strip away all the fluff and give you the raw, unfiltered tactics to talk like a leader, not a loser. You'll learn the hidden codes behind body language, tone, word choice, and timing. You'll discover how to make people hang on your every word and follow you without question. And once you master this, you'll never have to beg for respect or approval again. They will give it to you because leaders command it. If you keep speaking like everyone else, uncertain, weak, apologetic, you'll stay invisible, forgotten, ignored. But if you follow these methods, if you implement these brain-hacking communication tricks, you'll become a force of nature, a person who shapes the world around them simply by speaking. So pay close attention, because talking like a leader isn't just a skill, it's a survival strategy. And in the jungle of life, only the loudest, sharpest, most commanding voices survive. Will yours be one of them? Let's find out. 1. The power of voice, how tone controls everything. Most people don't realize how much their tone affects how others see them. You could say the smartest words in the world, but if your voice trembles, sounds weak, or uncertain, you're already defeated before the first word lands. Leaders don't just speak. They command attention with a steady, calm, and confident tone that says, I am in control. I deserve to be listened to. Here's the trick. Speak slower than normal. Slow your words down. When you rush, it shows nervousness and insecurity. When you slow down, you project calm power. Add a slight drop in your voice pitch on key words. Humans are wired to listen to deep, firm voices because they signal authority and dominance. Try this next time you speak. Drop your pitch just slightly on important phrases and watch how people subconsciously lean in, waiting for more. Don't ever sound like you're asking permission. You're not here to beg. Leaders tell, losers ask. If you sound like you want approval, you'll get ignored. 2. The words you use speak with precision, not noise. Leaders don't waste breath on filler words like, or, These are the hallmarks of indecisiveness and weakness. Every word you speak should serve a purpose to convince, to command, to win. Be direct, be clear, be ruthless in cutting out fluff. Choose words that create strong mental images and emotions. Use power words like must, will, guarantee, and because. For example, saying you must listen to this because it will change everything triggers a psychological response that boosts compliance. Avoid passive phrases. Passive language is the language of losers. Instead of, I think we could maybe try, say, we will do this. Notice the difference? One is weak and unsure. The other is firm and absolute. 3. Master the art of silence. Silence is the loudest weapon. Here's a brutal truth. Talking too much makes you look desperate. Leaders understand the value of silence. When you pause, people feel uncomfortable, and that discomfort works in your favor. Use silence strategically after making a strong point. Stop talking. Hold the silence. Watch others fill the gap with agreement or questions. That's them trying to keep up, to engage with your authority. Silence is like a loaded gun on the table. It demands attention. It forces others to lean in. And most importantly, it gives you time to think and control the flow of conversation. 4. Body language speaks louder than words own your space. If your words say, "I'm a leader," but your body screams, "I'm a loser," you lose every time. Leaders understand that true power comes from owning their physical presence. Stand tall, shoulders back, chest out, chin slightly up. When you enter a room or conversation, you take space, not physically invading others, but owning your area with confident posture. Eye contact is crucial. Lock your gaze, not too aggressive, but steady enough to show dominance. Avoid looking down or away when you speak. That's a sign of weakness. Let people feel the intensity of your presence. Remember, people don't just listen to words, they feel your energy. If your body language is weak, your words become meaningless noise. 5. Emotional control leaders. Speak calmly, even when angry. Ever notice how leaders never lose their cool? They might be furious inside, but their communication is always controlled. Why? Because emotional outbursts show vulnerability. To talk like a leader, you must master emotional control. If someone challenges you or tries to provoke you, stay calm. Respond with measured, deliberate words that make the other person question their own aggression. When you stay calm, you own the situation. People respect those who don't get rattled. Anger makes you predictable and weak. Calmness is a weapon like a stone unshaken by a storm. 6. Storytelling, the leader's secret weapon. Humans are wired for stories. Leaders use stories to captivate, persuade, and inspire. But not just any story. Stories with clear lessons, vivid details, and emotional hooks. When you tell a story, you're not just sharing information, you're implanting ideas deep in people's minds. The key is to control the narrative so that your message feels personal and urgent. For example, instead of just saying, "We need to act fast," tell a quick story about someone who hesitated and lost everything. Now people don't just understand why they should act, they feel it. 7. Control the conversation. Ask the right questions. A true leader doesn't just talk. They guide conversations like a chess player moves pieces. Asking the right questions makes people reveal their thoughts, their weaknesses, their intentions. Use open-ended questions that make others think and reveal more than they intended, but also sprinkle in closed questions to control agreement. You agree this is important, right? Questions are tools of influence. They make others feel involved, but you are the one steering the conversation. Without control, you're just a passenger. Talking like a leader isn't about being loud or obnoxious. It's about mastering the psychological game behind communication. Every word, every pause, every glance has a hidden meaning. Once you decode this game and play it like a pro, the world bends to your will. You're no longer invisible. You're not ignored. You are the one who speaks, and the world listens. Listen carefully. If you think you're already a great communicator, you're probably fooling yourself. The harsh truth? Most people fail at this without even knowing why. But you're different now. You've been given the secret code, the weapon that separates leaders from losers. So don't just watch and forget. Tell me in the comments which trick you'll use to start controlling every conversation you have. Or better yet, share where you've been weak, so I can show you exactly how to fix it. Because once you learn to talk like a leader, there's no going back. You either command respect, or you get crushed. Which side are you on?